I'm Michelle Smith. Welcome to my channel. I created this channel for people who are like me, who are in debt, and if you want some accountability as well as some inspiration along the way, then this is the channel for you. I also created this channel to share my weight loss journey. So it's basically a channel for losing weight, physical weight, and the weight of debt. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you the reasons why I got into debt in the first place. I think I'm going to take my glasses off for this because I feel like I'm getting like a little bit of a glare. So the first reason may be pretty obvious. The first reason that I got into debt in the first place is lack of self-control. It's the $10 here spent, the $20 here spent on a credit card. You know, it was never really big amounts when it started out. It was really just a little here, a little there. And then what happens is when you get down the line, you're like, how did I get here? Because it started with these small amounts, and before you knew it, maybe an emergency popped up, and now you've compounded the problem. So at least that's how I found myself in debt to begin with. The second reason I found myself in so much debt is simply not living on a budget. Now let me say this, the word budget is not a dirty word. I know some people don't like the word budget because it sounds so constraining. And in a way it is, but if you look at it differently, instead of looking at the glass half empty, let's look at the glass half full. When you're on a budget, what you are essentially doing is you're telling your money what to do, where to go, and those little expenses that just seem to pop up when you plan properly and tell your money what to do. Like you say, listen, money, I'm going to put you in this little savings account over here for a short period of time, and I'm going to call you a sinking fund because I know that I like to shop on Amazon, and when Amazon Prime Day comes around, I'm going to have you do what I want you to do, which is buy these things that I want. So you plan for it. And so that is something that took me a while to learn. Right now, I've learned that lesson very well, and that's what I'm doing to live on a budget, telling my money what to do. So the third reason that I find myself in so much debt, some people may say that this is stupid, but for me at the time, it was critical. So I'm an animal lover, and I've always had pets. And I had this cat named Catherine, and she came to be very ill. She was all jaundiced, and so I rushed her to the veterinary hospital. And let me say this, they will not touch your animal until you pay up front. That's just how the veterinary world is. And so I took out a 0% APR credit card to pay for her expenses. I had a whole year to pay it off. But as you can imagine, I was not able to pay it off in a year. So I had all this extra debt because my cat got sick and I really wanted to try and save her life. Well, what's worse is she died anyway. So now I have all this debt. I'm not even going to tell you exactly how much from her one instance, but let's just say it was a few $1,000s. And, you know, I learned a costly lesson, and that is have pet insurance. Honestly, if you love your pet and you know that you will be that one to go broke over them, have pet insurance. I now have nationwide pet insurance for my dog, which covers her well care as well as her sick care. It's an amazing plan, and I really don't even pay that much for it. Anyway, that's not like a plug for Nationwide, although they should be paying me for sharing them. The fourth reason I ended up in so much debt is I did a debt consolidation without any plan after I've consolidated the debt. So basically I had all these credit card, bills. I consolidated them into this large lump sum on a personal loan. And what I ended up doing is, because I didn't have a plan and I wasn't budgeting at the time, I ended up recharging up those same exact credit cards. Like, talk about a loss, like a total lapse in judgment. Now I have to pay off those credit cards and I have to pay off the loan. So don't make that mistake. If you know that you have no discipline or no plan in place, it's better to just try and pay off the cards individually instead of getting another loan to consolidate, and then you end up charging all over again. Like, now I'm at a point that's never happening again. But I had to learn that lesson, and it's an expensive one. So the fifth and final reason that I found myself in so much debt is my van. So I have a handicapped child, special needs child, and he needed a handicap accessible van, and I didn't have the money to just buy a van. And the thing is, the van had to be certain specifications to be modified. Now, thank God, Medicaid, New York State Medicaid paid for the modification of his van, but I still had to buy the van. What I will say is this: while I do have a lot of debt, I also have excellent credit, so I was able to get the money I needed to buy the van for him. In hindsight, you know, he's 20 years old. I probably should have started saving for this van a while ago. I mean, had I not had all the credit card debt, I probably could have done that. But again, it's all about planning, and I didn't plan very well in regards to that. It's not like he was ever walking. He's not walked ever in his life, and he's 20. So I had to basically get an auto loan. And let me tell you, when I first got my auto loan, I got it from the dealership. It was kind of an urgency to go and get it, and what I should have done is I should have done my due diligence and looked around for loans. So the dealer saw me coming, and the interest I got for that loan was almost 6%. That's actually a lot for an auto loan. So I tried to refinance it right away, and everybody turned me down because it was too new of a loan. So what I did was I continued to pay the astronomical amount. It was like almost $600 a month to pay for this van. I continued to pay it. And when I got to a little over a year, I went to refinance, and praise the Lord, I was able to refinance that loan at 1.9%. God gave me some grace, and he gave me some favor, and I'm so thankful that my payment is now down to, I believe it's $453. It's like, well, I'm saving well over like $125 a month, and it is, oh, you guys, like, you have no idea how much stress relief that is off my shoulders. So anyway, that's it for all of the reasons that I am in as much debt as that I am in. And I don't know if any of these resonated with you. If so, leave a comment down below. Let me know. This channel is meant to be an open speaking forum. I don't believe one right or wrong way to get out of debt or to lose weight or of any type, because what works for one person may not work as well for another person. I started out doing the debt snowball method to pay off my debts, and I switched to the debt avalanche method, the avalanche method, which is essentially the snowball method pays off faster the smallest debt first, and then you roll over all the subsequent minimum payments to the next debt, and so on and so forth. Whereas the avalanche method focuses on saving you the most money, paying off the debt that has the highest interest rate first. That's what I'm doing now, and I will continue to do so. In future videos, I'm actually going to show you a breakdown of how I budget my money. But in the meantime, if you're new here, I hope you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.